Probing is the first stage in the sales process, and it's vital that it's done well. Successful probing of the customer will make the rest of the sale a lot easier. Yet it's often completely missed out, with even experienced salespeople going straight into a presentation without first finding out what the customer wants. Probing also qualifies the prospect we're talking to. If a prospect clearly cannot buy or really does not want our service or goods, there is no point in continuing with the sale. It will only irritate the prospect and waste our valuable time. You see, as salespeople, we are professionals and we should see our time as a precious commodity. So it's better to politely leave a prospect who cannot buy and move on to someone new who may well become our next customer. So how do we go about probing to get priceless information from our prospects? In fact, there are two elements of probing. Firstly, asking questions, and secondly, and more importantly, listening to and understanding what the prospect says. Understanding is the key to quality probing, making sure that we fully understand the prospect's needs and concerns. When we're listening, we should encourage the prospect to talk without interrupting, concentrating on what's being said. We should look for the theme. What does our prospect really like or dislike? What precisely are their needs? What objections might they raise about our solution? When they finish talking, we can then ask further questions to clarify exactly what they require. If we're on the phone, we may well have a computer system to enter data in. Face-to-face, we can use a pen and paper. Whatever the method, we should always take notes, because making a note of the detail will make it much easier to match our offer to the prospect's needs and wants. So how do we ask probing questions? Well, firstly and most importantly, we should use open questions. Ones that start with how, when, why, what, where and who. In fact, any question that can't be answered with a simple yes or no. Questions that give us a yes or no answers are closed questions, and they won't help us open up the prospect to find out what they really want. Now, our questioning should have started before we even spoke to the prospect. What sort of requirements do we think they might have? If it's a business-to-business sale, what sort of business are they in? We should never make assumptions about prospects, but some information about them will help us to work out a questioning strategy for the most effective use of our time. We've all seen interviewers working on TV. They seem natural and get people to really open up. But we all know that the questions are prepared in advance. We should do the same. Have questions prepared. Have alternative questions ready and have a plan to find out everything that we need to close the sale. If necessary, write our questions down to remind us, and then take notes as we go. When we're asking questions, we should relate them to the person that we're speaking to. For example, if we're selling software, when we speak to the financial director, he or she will want to know about how to keep costs down and any monitoring functions. The IT department will want to know about ease of installation and maintenance and the support options available. And the managing director will want to understand the overall impact on the business. So have a range of strategies for the different people that we're selling to, and put the individual customer at the centre of the sale. Remember that the probing stage should be as relaxed as possible, allowing the customer to really open up. We don't want to interrogate them. For more complex sales, we may need to spread our probing out over 2 or more conversations in order to establish the complete picture. When and only when we have a full understanding of exactly what results our customer wants from his investment, should we attempt to move on with the sale. Probing is one of the most important skills a professional salesperson uses, and yet it's often one of the most poorly executed. Get this stage right and we'll make the rest of the sale a lot easier, enabling us to win more and more business.